How is retention related to employee onboarding? There's a reason why your best people might be leaving, and it has nothing to do with salary. You'll be surprised how early an employee decides to stay or leave. I'll share a story about an A-player employee that left in week 1, and I'll tell you why. By the end of this video, you will understand how onboarding affects retention and how long employees will stay and what to do about it. It is an objective measure that poor onboarding equals high turnover. Think about it that way. You do great on your hiring, you have great processes for screening, for interviewing, for giving a great offer letter, and you are attracting good employees. Now they show up. The dating phase is over and now they're part of your team. This is where you have to invest a lot of effort and do a lot of things right in order to retain them. Because they are on board, they show up, and if they don't feel welcome, they don't feel like they're part of the team, and they're not being put to work in a successful way, you're gonna lose them. And that is a mistake that I see many business owners make, where they really put attention on how they hire, but then they don't have things ready when the employee comes on board. I recorded many videos, and I will put them here in as a reference on how to create the best onboarding experience. But the bottom line is that it has to be created. You can't just expect people walk into your organization and not be prepared to get them on board. I remember very well, I was working with a client and they brought us on because they didn't have a good onboarding process. For the first few years, they said, okay, well, that's fine. I can just, we're small enough and we can train one-on-one and we can give attention to the new employees and it's going to be okay. And they did do okay. But then they started growing and scaling and they were bringing on more people and more people. And the way that the owner was doing the onboarding didn't get passed to the rest of the staff that was now in charge of training and onboard a new employee. And what happened is that they hire an A player, somebody that they have very high hopes that they are going to replace the owner actually as an estimator in doing sales. And that, as you know, it's not an easy job to fill, but they did. They found the right person. The problem is that the first week that the employee was brought into the company, they weren't put to use, they weren't put to production, and the new employee encountered too many obstacles to understand what is it that they really need to do. They got contrary explanations, contrary instructions. The person who was supposed to train them didn't really have time for them, and they saw the chaos and they saw that this is not what a company was presenting itself to be when they got hired or during the interview. And because they are A players, they had other offers and they went to another company where they felt that they are actually going to make a difference. Now, I'm not saying that this company that hired them was a bad company or they couldn't be successful there. On the contrary, it was an excellent company. And all it took is to fix that onboarding process. In some ways, it can be done without dependency on one individual. And in another way, it's predictable. So the new employee comes in, they go, oh wow, they prepared for me. They care about me. And they know what they're doing. They're organized. I know I can be successful here. They listen to me. I can say things and then they make a change because of that. Okay, this is a place where I want to work. So if you have people that you are wondering why did they leave, meaning you thought that they were wonderful during the interview, they had a great production record, the references were raving references, you liked them, you thought it would be a success, then look no further than how did you onboard them, what happened in the first 30, 60 and 90 days. So if you didn't have a process for it, here's your answer. We spend a lot of time with our clients creating perfect onboarding checklists. What needs to happen after 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? How do we measure it? What are the actions that need to be done? How do you test it? How do you make your new employee feel welcome? How do you make them feel accomplished? All of that has to be part of a well-documented onboarding procedure. And in the next video that I'm going to have here in the link to this one, I'm going to go over how to create the perfect onboarding checklist. So go ahead and check it out and make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can learn how to systematize your business so you can scale successfully. My name is Adi. I'm a process consultant. Thank you for watching.